What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another week of financial trivia with myself and Ryan LP. Ryan has been the co-host for all these trivias and actually hosted it all by himself once. So baby steps are in the making for Ryan. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good, man. First of all, before we get started, is your audio actually being recorded?
Yes, yes, it's good to go. Good check
Okay.
though. Good check. It's good to
So if
go.
you are watching this on YouTube or watching it in the Kingdom or watching it on whatever you're watching it, it's plain really, really simple. You join this Kahoot trivia. It's 20 questions, 20 seconds for each question. Myself and Ryan add some awful commentary and banter while we educate you guys on some brand new questions. And winner gets either a free month in the Discord, you can get a mentorship with Ryan and all of his amazing trading strategies. One person wants a math lesson from me, which is really, really weird, but we can make that happen also. So anything you guys really want, if you do win, we try to make it happen for you guys here on the Kingdom Discord here. So that is basically how it is, Ryan. Anything else you would like to add before we get this game going?
Yeah, gift. You can gift it. I mean, we're working on different things. We're figuring it out. It's hard to yeah. We're figuring out what's a good win for someone. So the
Yeah,
in terms of what
absolutely.
Rock
And
just said, the Lego car sets are not up for grabs.
and what Tyler said, I will not do your homework for a month. Okay, that is not what I said. I said a math lesson, not doing your homework for a month.
No.
I would just, I'll just chat GPT my answers for that one then.
There you go.
All
Oh,
right. So
hey,
again, if
let's
you
do
are
it.
playing with us and you're along for the ride here, there's the Kahoot.it game pin. All you gotta do is put your name in there, put the pin in there, and make sure. I know people always say the app is better and more accessible. You are more than happy to use the app, or you can just go on the website as well if you're on a browser. Either way, it definitely works for you. As we're going to be getting started here, and again, even some people here that don't want to play, you're not forced to play. Some people just want to listen in for the fun, educational knowledge that we bring to this trivia every single time. So
Yep.
it looks like I don't know. I want to make sure anybody else want to join in. Oh, royalties in
Royalty
here.
just
What up,
popped in,
royalty? I don't know
so
if you want to hop in this or not. The man, the
but
myth, the legend.
everyone otherwise it's everyone that's in here is in there except for Mr. Taco, but that's expected. So yeah, if royalty wants to play, we can have him join, but if not, we will move on. We'll see what he says here.
Yeah,
Hold
and
up.
if you are watching, Royalty Trades is the one, the man, the myth, the legend who has built the kingdom up to where it is on Discord here. So we got true legendary status now in the financial trivia game.
Yeah, there's gonna
He
be
really
three
is
of the
the
one and
one and
onlys
only.
now.
This is actually so stupid. So we're gonna have just a bunch of the one and onlys. We're not gonna know who's who anymore.
Nope. As long as people know who they are.
You'll enter for real. Yeah. Hey man. Could you imagine if I just like went on my phone and joined on a secret account? I knew all the answers.
Well, you might not remember half the answers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Royalties in the one and
All right,
only. We have the one and only. Okay,
we're
great. So I
good to
think we're all
go.
set. Ryan, ready to go?
Yes, because yeah, we got 7 and Mr. Taco's not playing, so yeah, we're good.
All right, let's hit it up, guys. Welcome in. Look at the nice little autumn theme here. We are in
Wow.
October, so I had to change the theme a little bit for everybody here. Week 7 coming at you live. First question coming in out of 20. What is the name of this candlestick pattern?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Morning star, evening star, dragon doji, or dark cloud cover? Do you know
It's a
candlestick patterns?
dragonfly doji, excuse me.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Hey,
That's
man,
I'm just
it's all right.
joking. I'm just joking.
Even your dang
Um,
animals. All right, Ryan, take it away, my friend.
I
Candlestick
have
patterns.
I
Hopefully,
have
you
no
have
good
a spirit
explanation
question.
for this. I just went into our university channels and found one on candlestick patterns. Found a better screenshot and put it in there. I don't know what this means other than it's a bullish signal. That's all I know.
I believe, from my opinion, from my perspective, it is showing a big reversal trend where you're having that kind of like support level being built after you have like that kind of like selling off pressure. You kind of get this like support, like a bottom basis, and it kind of has a reversal. Maybe is what it looks like. It's a V-shaped
Gotcha.
recovery. Yep, that's exactly.
Yeah.
what I was. And I love that you are pulling stuff from the university that we have built over at the Kingdom. And if I haven't plugged the
Yes.
Kingdom enough, I'm plugging it again for you guys.
Well,
The Kingdom University, a lot of information here.
it was hidden until recently, so perfect timing.
Right, don't hey, don't tell the people that, dude. Relax.
Well, but that's
It's been
that's what
active
the
the
that's
entire
what
time.
SPX is going to look like on Monday or Tuesday, whatever the morning or whatever the name of
Yeah,
that one.
after that crazy soft we got on Friday.
Yes.
Whoo! Oh baby, this market is something else. Moving on to question number 2. Using the gold futures contract, what does the Z represent?
What does the Z? Did you shuffle these? Yes, you had to have. You had to
I did. I mean, it stays shuffled usually, but it's gonna be all your questions now. Watch.
have.
Are you telling me the Z doesn't stand for a zebra like when you trade options, Ryan? Are you kidding me right
Does
now?
not stand for zebra. It's even more confusing. Yes, so it stands for the expiration month. Why they have Z for, I think Z is December. I don't know why they picked the random letters. They're very random, but the after the 2 or 3, I don't think they go over 3 for the ticker of the future. Then it's a expiration month, and then the number is the expiration year.
Interesting. Did you say that Z is for December?
I believe Z is December.
So December. I got it.
Well,
See, there it
X
is.
X is November. So you want to explain that one?
November. Maybe
There you
having a
go.
mini stroke right now saying it, but
Yeah. It's just I don't know why it's some random letters. Not they're not random. I'm sure there's some sort of reason, but I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe they're letters that aren't used in the other tickers, so that's why they do them. I don't know.
for these nuts, December. You know what I mean? That's all I can come up with. I don't
There
know,
you
dude.
go.
I'm just spinning whatever
There
the
you go.
fuck. Okay, moving on to question number 3. A stock is considered a blue chip stock if it is. See, it is shuffled because this is mine.
Yes. Well, those first two were not my first two that I sent you, so I knew it had to have been.
Yeah. Yo, it's I love you too, man. I'm just here to have some stupid banter while we're trying to teach you guys some stuff. That's what it's all about. Do you know what a blue chip stock is? It is a company with a long record of reliable earnings and dividends. Oh, why? What's the matter with my answer? Go ahead. Oh, you talking about the D's nuts one, or different
No,
answer? Shut
he's
up, dude.
talking
Get out of
about
here.
no, he's not talking about
Get out of here. Shut your
the
mouth. All right,
inappropriate
get out of
statement.
here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, look, I'll tell you right now, Atai, when I put this question in here, I knew it was a gimme. This is absolutely one of the first things you probably learn about when you're looking at trading stocks is blue chips and know the difference between like a growth stock versus dividend stocks. And if you know about dividend stocks, blue chip comes up so quick. You know, everybody knows about the blue chip ones. Like, you know, the most popular ones you got are Procter and Gamble, Johnson and Johnson. Um, Other ones, Ryan, include, you know, I'm trying to think of other ones. I'll talk about. Yep, Coca Cola. Thank you,
Yeah,
royalty.
Coca-Cola.
Um,
Sorry. Um, there's so many I can't think of any. I mean, probably
so
what
many.
like any of the tobacco companies probably.
Oh yeah, Ultra is a huge one. That's right. Ultra is a big one. Ultra is a dividend king, I believe. They paid their dividend out for consecutively for 50 years, I believe.
Oh, geez. Well, I own
Yeah.
shares. I used to have Philip Morris too.
Oh, you invest in those sin stocks, dude?
Well, I used to. I don't have Philip Morris anymore, but yeah, those are the Zin. Oh, Sin, not Zin.
No, the sin stocks.
Hey, I will take tobacco all day. Tobacco, yeah, I don't technically use it except for, I did use Zyn for a little while, but you know what? I will take the dividend of Atria or Altria, excuse me.
I think you said Zin. Do you think of the letter Z from the gold futures question before? You're still stuck on the letter Z over there. I think that's
There
where
you
you kind of
go.
went to.
There you go. That's what it
But
was.
the Z stands for Zin, so you're gonna be using some tobacco products when you're trading futures and you're having some stressful times.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh man, love to hear that. All right, what are we at? All right, so we are what? Three questions in. We got four notable in first place, the one and only. Right behind him, royalty coming in third, Naomi's in fourth, and the one and only. So we have the one and lonely and the one and only. I actually love that, Ryan.
No, that's good. And
That
Naomi
is
must be playing
fantastic.
next to Forward Inevitable, I'm gonna guess.
Heck yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's
Which
that's
is
that's a nice partnership going on right there. Question number 4. When analyzing a candlestick chart, a doji candlestick pattern often signals. I don't have a picture because screw pictures. What is a doji candlestick pattern? See, Ryan, me and you were on the same page with candlestick patterns this week.
I just had to give, I had to give the people something that they probably knew and I didn't know. So, you know,
Right?
I also like the
So,
ones that I can do several weeks.
mm,
Like,
yeah, so doji candlestick patterns are one of the most common ones that people usually look for when they look for that potential reversal. So it's kind of like showing like a market indecision where basically there's not really a big candle. It's like a small candle and there's like pretty big wicks. And usually it's kind of like an indecisiveness, which saying like, hey, are we going to be pushing higher? Are we going to have a reversal? So usually people trade those as reversal patterns potentially with doji candlesticks. Fun fact. And doji, not to be confused with Doja Cat. Just letting you know, Ty.
Doja Cat. Doji Cat.
It is not Doja Cat. I like Doja Cat too. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Ty.
Yeah, she's good, some good tunes. Doja Cat. Hey there, Anne. Feel free to join if you'd like to.
Heck
Oh,
yeah, man.
the
We're only
fire
we're only four
symbol.
questions in.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Fridge.
I was gonna say we're only 4 questions in, and so feel free to hop on in here. Got like the numbers, 16 more to go. I was trying to think about what number
Yes.
was left.
Yes.
Had a mini stroke there again. Pretty close already.
Yeah, there we go. Well, we got it.
And if you are joining, let us know when you are in, so that way we can not go to the next question without you.
I don't know if she might be working. She's typing right now, so she might
Uh,
go
go
ahead
ahead,
on
I'm
the
not working.
work. All
Okay.
right, Anne.
Just
Wow.
listening in. All right. Question 5. Which products do not have options available? Keywords do not, because they're in all caps.
Mm-hmm. Really distinguish it, you know.
So read. Y'all got to read.
Yes.
Forex, futures, stocks, ETFs.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, Ryan.
So, yeah, the answer is Forex. Obviously, we know stocks and ETFs have uh, options, and then futures have options. Depends on your broker, of course. Of course, there are currency products futures that you could trade options on, but you don't have forex direct options. And I would say to Royalty's question, you do need forex. I mean, forex is a good one to add into your if your broker supports it, you could look at forex. I mean, why not?
Dude, I've never wanted to think about Forex like in my life. Like I've been trying to figure out stocks and it's like in crypto and stuff. And I was like, Forex? Absolutely not.
Now, for
Uh,
me, what I've watched is it would be like something really small. I would do it and like let it sit forever.
Yeah, well, I remember like people made a lot of money on the ruble with forex because after it was like a huge, I don't know, I think it was like after like the first invasion of Ukraine with Russia, like the ruble like plummeted in price, something like that. So people made a lot of money on it that way.
Got you.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean, I
So,
never really understand forex that much, but no thanks for me.
like I said, I would go like, extremely small and just let it sit for days.
Yeah, because currency's always it's not like one of those things you can just buy and hold really. Like, you can't buy like you I wouldn't recommend like no one would recommend you buy and hold the dollar forever because the dollar loses value over
Yeah.
time, right? Like with currencies, like you really can't be like a buy and hold like a stock or like a crypto even. Like you just kind of maybe buy and hold when it bottoms for a little while, then sell it off near term. I don't really know, dude, honestly.
Yeah. No, just it's like a futures contract. You're just going to go long or short. All right, Tyler, have a good time in Hawaii.
Yeah, you know why he's in Hawaii? Because he won trivia, so we gave him a
Yeah.
free
Yeah. Huge
free
payday.
vacation there.
Huge payday.
Yeah, could you imagine? That's what we gave away for financial trivia was
Yeah.
was a week to Hawaii.
Yeah. I wish.
Yeah, royalty. We got some money in the bank for that, right? We could fund that out. Royalty. Just want to make sure. Got to ask my accountant on this one. Yes, sir. See, yeah, we got the money there. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we can fund it. Moving on to question number 6. A mutual fund is an investment vehicle that. Yeah, I use fancy words. It's not an actual car, just so you know, guys. Okay,
Hmm.
it says vehicle, but it's not an actual vehicle. I want you to know that.
Misleading.
Yeah, so there's no car options here. What is a mutual fund? Ty says way more expensive to buy. So mutual fund, yes, is a basically again, this is one of the ones you might hear about what a mutual fund really is. Again, they basically take a lot of money from different investors and they make different portfolios with stocks, bonds, cryptos, maybe in the future, like those kind of things. So that's kind of what a mutual fund really is. You might hear about investing into a mutual fund. I know Dave Ramsey is a huge believer, I believe, on mutual funds, if I'm not mistaken. Fun fact.
Who?
Dave Ramsey. He's like a
Hmm.
guy who's like a huge with like paying off debt and all this kind of jazz and all that. Do you know that? I don't know if you know who Dave Ramsey is.
I might have seen something. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, he's a guy who like he says, if you want to buy a house, get a 15-year mortgage. People are like, dude, like we can't do that these days. I'll let you know right now, like you can't get a 15-year fixed rate mortgage, like because you'll be paying a crap ton as a down payment, basically. But he has some really good ideas in paying off debt. Like he's helped a lot of people pay off a lot of debt. So he does like this. He talks about like the snowball method, the avalanche method, like all that kind of stuff. He's very knowledgeable. I will say, I don't disagree with a lot of things that he says.
Gotcha.
I will
Okay,
say
yeah,
that.
I've seen this guy's like podcast or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and so a lot of people like him and listen to him. Again, there's some things that I don't always agree with what he says, but a lot of things, with paying off debt and stuff like that, I think is definitely like a very good. He has like he kind of likes to put up the ideas of like I think it's like 7 steps of something or whatever it is, where it's like put $1,000 saved up first as like your emergency fund, then start paying down your debts, then to kind of come back to them funding your emergency fund, like all that kind of stuff. I believe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so very knowledgeable, must say. All right, question number 7. Demand curve in a typical market diagram slopes downward to the right, illustrating that. So, do you know what the demand curve is? Supply and demand, kind of focusing on more of economics and macroeconomics, and as producers and stuff like that. So, do you know what a demand curve is in a typical market diagram, like supply and demand? Are we familiar with supply and demand in economics?
I mean, yeah, potentially.
So the idea behind it is that as price falls, quantity demand increases, and the idea behind it is kind of talks about also going into like producer price index and like economic data and stuff like that. Is that usually what happens is as the price is falling of whatever it is that you might be having for any kind of product, the demand is going to increase because it is a lot cheaper. So if it's cheaper, people want to buy more of it. So that's kind of the idea. And if the price is way too expensive, the demand is going to slow down because people can't afford it as much. So it's supply and demand curve. Basically, it's a huge economic, topic to learn about usually either in high school or in college if you're taking economics. Fun fact. Don't know if you know about that, Ryan, or not, but I wasn't sure.
I had to take micro and macroeconomics in college, so
Um,
yes.
Look at that. So you know exactly what we're talking about then.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. So far we're looking at 7 questions in. We have the one and lonely in first place, royalty climbing up right behind in second place, forward inevitable in third place, the one and only, and then also the one and only. Do you notice? Look at this, dude. They're like 1 point behind each other. It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Wow. Lots of one
All
and
right, man.
onlys.
Yeah. One of us, it has to be the one and only, okay?
Yeah.
Atai, which one is your birth year?
90.
97 or 96?
It's probably 4,441 by the year he was born.
Ah, gotcha. Dang, Atai is actually 1 year younger than I am.
You're
That's wild.
97.
I was born in 90. No, he's 1 year younger than me.
Oh, younger. You're
Wait.
born in 95.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to think about that for a second.
Gotcha.
I was
Gotcha.
like, wait. I was like, Ryan, what did you just say to me? I'm so
Yeah.
lost. Yeah, I was born. Well, so like I was born in like December of 95, so almost 96 basically. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah. I have no idea what happened in the 90s. Honestly, I was like 2 years old. So
Yeah,
moving
I
on to
mean,
question number 8. Which option strategy is short straddle with defined risk? Man, this is definitely a Ryan question. I can tell you guys that
mm-hmm,
right now.
mm-hmm.
Broken wing butterfly, iron condor, put credit spread, or iron butterfly
Yep, yep. It's one of
with
these.
defined risk.
It's one of these. Yes. So yeah, the answer is iron butterfly. So a short straddle is just an at the money put and call. So if the stock's $100, you'd sell $100 put and sell $100 call. An iron butterfly, you just buy the wings, so that way you're tapping your risk. So you just do it equidistant. So if it's $100 strike that you bought or sold, excuse me, you're buying like an $80 put and $120 call.
Absolutely love that. And again, if you would love to learn more about these different strategies, check out Ryan's mentorship program that he offers um, everywhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, just, first session's free. Whoever just wants to talk to me, and that's it. And then if you want more, we can talk about it.
You get a one-on-one with what is it? The guy from The Office, John Krasinski.
Yeah, John Krasinski. There we go.
You want to have a one-on-one with a celebrity lookalike? You're more than happy to join his mentorship for the first one free.
Yes, yeah, I'll take John Krasinski.
Heck yeah, man. Naomi moving back up into fourth. Ford Inevitable
Who's
up there, Royalty, the one and lonely, and the one and only, and there's another one and only down here somewhere. I know that much.
is the Juan and Lonely Itai? I mean, who's? I don't know who's who
I
in
don't
this.
know.
Okay, he is.
Oh,
It
it
is
is.
Itai.
Who's this
Number
one and only?
one.
Who's this one? Is this Rocky? Is this Rock?
One of them's Rock, and then the other one I thought was Mr. Galaxy, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. Rock says,
Uh,
"Can you get a photo op saying that he met you during the first class?" Oh,
yes.
he's Juan. Wait, he's Juan? Wait, okay. This is so
I don't
confusing,
know.
dude.
So
All right,
confusing.
let's
Don't
keep moving.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
just going to delete everybody at the end. I don't care. I'm going to delete everybody out of here. I know Royalty. I'll delete everybody but Royalty, Ford,
Ford
Inevitable,
Neville
Naomi.
Naomi.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
delete everybody else.
Well, Hey Dom's
You know,
left,
now.
but Hey Dom's was in here, but he left.
Question number 9. A stock exchange like the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ functions as part of the primary market, secondary market, commodity market, or money market? I feel like this one might be a little bit of a tough one at times for people. Maybe.
Yeah, when I looked at yeah, well, won't say much right now.
It's actually the secondary
Wow.
market. Isn't that
Going
crazy?
yeah, so yeah, I was gonna say it's like once I read the answer, I was like, oh, this makes sense, but at the same time, I would have probably gone primary if I was everyone in here too. Go ahead though.
Yeah, so I mean, so how I understand the idea here, I did some research behind it. How I understood the idea is that the primary market is like where you're issuing new shares of
Yes.
companies, stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then the secondary market is where you can trade between, a buyer and a seller and those kind of
Yes.
things. I believe so.
Yes. No, you're correct.
Um,
It's like a company, they make money on the primary market when they offer like an initial offering, but after that, everything that's traded on the secondary market, they're not making money from.
Yeah, it's one of those big things where it's like the secondary market's a lot there. Is there a lot for, like if you think about like I know like Robinhood had the big thing about being having us be able to invest in private companies and stuff like that, and be able to have token backed, tokens for the
Tokenization.
private
Yeah.
market and all that kind of jazz and stuff like that. And so yeah, but you would trade on the secondary market. There's more liquidity in the secondary market because you're buying and selling between people and brokers and whoever else is buying it basically.
Right.
So yeah, very interesting. But it is not the commodity market. Commodities are more of like oil, and like copper and like those kind of things. I believe Ryan, right? Beef, yep, soy.
Yeah,
That's your
yeah,
commodity
I would think
market.
commodity exactly like corn, soybeans. Yeah, that's what I would say is commodity market.
Yeah, exactly. And then money market is that correct? Is that more of like the forex or no? Something different.
I don't know what money market is. What would Forex? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what someone would define
I
money
think it's
market as.
forex.
Oh,
Well,
now
because I'm thinking
Mirage
that
is in
yeah,
here
money
too.
yeah. Well, 'cause I'm thinking that like money market forex. Forex is your exchange is your currency exchanges, right? So that's what my guess would be. Is like why it would be that.
Yeah, I got you.
I have no
I
idea.
got
But see, trick question. Look at that. Love that. Moving on to the next question here, because nobody got it right, so nobody moved.
you.
Question number 10, the economic measure that's the total value of all finished goods and services produced within a country's borders is called. This is my question. That is
Yeah.
super long.
It's a long one, but it's not that long.
A long one, but it's a very knowledgeable one, so hopefully you know it.
It is a good question. Itai is correct, and it is an important question. Also correct.
And also correct, Atai's complaining a lot. That is correct, Mirage.
He probably can't even hear us.
Right?
Everyone got it right.
He's arguing with definitions. Yeah, I think it's like one of the first things, honestly, that's taught. I think in economics is usually like GDP and how they calculate it and like the importance behind it and stuff like that. And we all look at GDP basically as how the economy is growing for your country, right? So every country has a GDP. It's not just the U.S. has a GDP and nobody else does. Every country has a GDP, and you measure to see how well the economy is expanding, or if it's contracting, or if it's slowing down. And that's how you kind of know where the money could be going into, or maybe money flowing out of. So if you see a GDP slowing down for an economy, whatever country it is, you might see money flow out of it to go to another economy that has a better GDP because they're expanding. So it's a very, very important topic in economics. I don't know if you have anything else to add to that, Ryan, but that's what I got.
No, that was great explanation
Yeah, GDP, very important thing. If you don't know, make sure you follow along with when they release data about either GDP projections, like the Atlanta Fed does GDP nows, or the actual data that comes out usually every quarter that is calculated. So keep that in mind to see how the economy does for the U.S. Or if you're in different countries, take a look at how your country's GDP does. If it's great, that's amazing. It means your economy's doing well. If it's slowing down, that means you might be in for some economic turbulence, in my opinion. Question number 11. A hedge fund is typically characterized by what is a hedge fund? Do you know what a hedge fund is? And a tie can't sit there and say, oh, this is a teacher answer because they're all teacher answers, dude.
there.
Yeah. Can't
Getting
answer that one for
aggressive
you,
over here.
buddy. Hey, man, I got those shots at the people that are still playing. And obviously, everybody who is participating so far has got it correct. Using complex, aggressive strategies and only open it to accredited investors. That's the one that pisses me off, Ryan, is that like you can't get into a hedge fund if you have to have, I think it's like a salary of like $250,000 and then or something like that. Like it's something dumb. Like I'm like, dude, like come on, like let me in, come
You
on, like
Yeah, that or I think if you have like $1 million net worth, you're okay too. There's like a couple qualifications.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just let me in, man. Like, come on. Like, look at my YouTube channel. Look at me. Look at me. I know what I'm doing. Look at me. Come on. Let me in. Come on. What are we doing?
Yes.
It's flipping
Apparently,
stupid, man.
apparently, Itai said swings accredited, so she's doing just fine.
Oh wow. Um, I was gonna say also that that's our petition for Fridge. Yeah, that would be awesome. But same thing with like getting if you want to get into like private companies, Ryan, like you gotta have to be like you also gotta be an accredited investor for private investments too.
Most of
Like
those,
for like
yeah, most of the time.
yeah, which is stupid. Like if I like you want my money or not, dude? What are we doing here? Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, I got money, man. Come on,
I
give
think
it
it's
here,
just
take
that
it,
it's
take my
more
money.
risky, so they want you to make sure you can take the loss. That's my guess.
Yeah, but if I have a whole financial page on YouTube and stuff like that, that I run, like I think I know the risks that are associated with it. I'm not that much of an idiot, I feel like, but yeah, I get you.
I hear you.
That'd almost be like telling like somebody who's like, oh, I have like, what if I had like 5 like degrees, like all around finance stuff like that? And they're like, nope, you're too stupid still. You don't know the risk. It's like, no, I have many degrees around it. It's like, nope.
Yeah, like if there was a test you could pass or something, maybe. Yeah.
That actually would be smart. Imagine you had that would actually like how much more money you would be able to probably raise as a private company if you're like, hey, instead of having an accredited investor, like you pass this test, we will open it up for you.
Yeah, that's it. You talk to them.
Dude, we need to start a private company, Ryan. We'll do that. We'll make some money.
There you go.
I would much rather people like you can invest in private companies than idiots with too much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, like people who are just throwing money at it, like just throwing money at all these different private investments and hoping that it sticks. Like it's dumb. Like I would love to put money into OpenAI right now. It's privately owned, but I can't even do that because I don't have enough money. I don't know. I'm not a big enough bigwig over here to put money into OpenAI or to Perplexity or to SpaceX or stuff like that. I can't put money into there. It's
Mm-mm.
annoying. But whatever, man. What if I want to put
Okay,
money into Epic Games and invest in Fortnite? All right, what about that? I can't do that either. It's
there you
privately
go.
owned.
There you go.
Stupid.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, I'll pay. I'll get my way in with V-Bucks, dude.
I
Whatever they use.
think it's V-Bucks. I think you're right. I don't play Fortnite, but I think you're right.
All right, question number 12. We're at question 12. That's crazy. Which of these symbols is not related to the VIX? Play Marvel Rivals. I do have Marvel Rivals installed on my computer, believe it or not, Ty.
Not
I do have
really.
it.
You play
I haven't
Marvel
played it in like
Rivals? I've never played it. I've heard that game, but I haven't played it.
me, Mirage, and Rock are playing. Ah,
Very cool.
interesting.
All
All
right.
right, Ryan, take it away.
Wow, this is I could see why this gets you. So yeah, YVIX I made up. I made that one up. But UVXY is the I believe like 1.5 or 2 time leveraged futures VIX futures. Then VXX is I think I have to look up what that one is. SVXY is the inverse VIX ETF. I don't know what VXX is off the top of my head. I looked at it and forgot. So is it 4 times leverage? I'm looking it up right now. I forgot. So, anyways, the answer is YVIX, and I made it up because I know there's UVIX, which is the ETF, but I've made up YVIX to just have fun time. They
I just say
are
this, Ryan. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead, What?
I was gonna say if you are dyslexic, like you definitely probably got this wrong because there's just so many letters to me, and I just do not know what is going on.
Yeah, it was yeah, it was meant to be. I didn't want to make it too easy. Um,
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
yeah,
Well, in
VXX
the
is
meantime, let's see who got it
short-term
right.
futures uh, ETN, so an exchange traded note. I don't know fully what it is, but it's related to the VIX. That's all we need to know.
And the only one that got it right was this one and only, whoever that one is again, because I forgot who's who anymore.
I don't know. It's one of them. But hey, smart of you guys with the logic of not picking YVIX because you never heard of it, but that's why I made it up. I gotta throw some curveballs.
Yeah, I make up all the questions also, where I just put a bunch of random crap down and hope that you guys get it wrong. To be honest.
There you go. Hey, whatever gets people
Question number
thinking.
13. The moving average convergence divergence, say that 5 times fast, guys, is an example of what kind of analysis tool, also known as the MACD? What do you call it? The
Yes,
MACD.
I'm sure this is going to be a give me for everyone in here, but maybe not.
Should be.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a gimme. Yeah, technical indicator. Yep, you guys, the
yeah.
MACD. So you can put this on. Usually, it helps you out with finding out the moving averages of tracking it. I believe. I try to remember, Ryan. Do you know how to use it? I forgot because I used it a while ago and I forgot.
I don't use it, so
All right. Well, you guys can look up how to use it. I really don't care. Like, look up how to
according
use it if you want.
according to royalty, it's a lagging indicator. According to royalty,
Yeah. Well, that wasn't one of the questions. It didn't say if it's a lagging indicator or not. Yeah. A lot of there's quite a few indicators that are pretty much lagging. Honestly, a lot of people usually say is that because the stock will already have make its move, and the indicator always usually falls behind. Like almost all of them are lag indicators, usually, in my opinion.
yeah,
The ones
sure.
that are not lagging are like your basic like support and resistance lines you can usually draw out and stuff like that. Usually those ones are pretty good. Yeah, volume. Yeah, I guess volume's not too bad either. But like even like RSI, MACD, even the Bollinger Bands are lagging indicators. VWAP. Trying to think about what other ones there are.
Bollinger Bands, simple
Bollinger
moving
Bands.
averages.
There's one I think it was like a K. It was like, and I was like, what the heck is that? Like I don't know what it was. I was like potassium. Like we're doing we in chemistry class all over again. What is this?
The
It's
K
definitely
curve.
not that.
I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, it's like almost kind of similar. I guess it's like it like kind of works with RSI somehow or some crap like that. I don't know. There was something that was
Gotcha.
like with a K in it that worked with like RSI or something like that. I don't know.
Interesting.
You go on a trading view, and there's like 4,000 indicators that people
Oh,
make every single day of their
I
life.
know. I know. It's
I'm like, all right, dude.
overwhelming.
I just like doing fib levels, honestly. Fib levels has been really, really nice for me recently.
That's great.
Yeah, because then like you know what's really great about the fib levels is that when I see a stock get up to that like to get one of my levels and it rejects off of it or bounces off of it, I'm like, yes, this fib level is there. Like there's something to it. If
Right.
it blows through, if it blows through all the levels, I was like, this was the worst fib thing I ever drew in my life because it went through all the levels and nobody gave a crap about it.
Right. There you go. Yeah. Didn't get respected.
Yeah. Question 14. The government measure used to track inflation at the wholesale level before goods reach the consumer is the paragraph.
Mhm. You got
I
some
feel
wordy.
like if
You
you
got some wordy ones in there.
yeah, I figure why not? You know, can't have you all have all the wordy ones. I think last week you had more wordy ones. I feel like.
Probably did. I had pretty low wordy ones this week.
Yeah. Correct answer is actually producer price index, and again, it says before goods reach the consumer.
It's tricking everyone.
Before the consumer.
Before.
So
Gotcha.
again, usually what people say a lot of the times is that the PPI data usually is the one that leads up into what the CPI is going to show afterwards. Because with PPI data, it shows you what the wholesale is doing, what the retail or what the producers are paying for goods and services and that kind of stuff, and they worry about how they push that on to the consumers afterwards. So usually people look at the PPI data first, to kind of see what's going on there and if it's going to have some sort of impact on CPI with the consumer, which could lead to higher inflation and stuff like that. So, yeah, before goods reach the consumer. So I knew. Oh, I love that. All right, question number 15. An RSI reading above 70 generally indicates the stock is. This should be a gimme if you hopefully know this one. This should hopefully be a gimme, another indicator. Who knows indicators? And it is overbought and maybe due to a price correction. So RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. If you look at it as an indicator, the idea behind it is that if it goes over 70, it usually means it's overbought and it's going to be due for some sort of pullback at some point. And anything under 30 usually means it's oversold and it's going to have a reversal at some point. Now, the problem is with RSIs a lot and how you trade with them is that it could stay down there or above this level for a long time period potentially. So I've seen stocks trade above an RSI of 70 for days, for weeks, maybe even a month, depending on how much momentum is behind it. So this is a good thing to use to help maybe with your conviction, but shouldn't be the only thing you should use as a trading indicator because RSI, it can stay way higher for longer up there. I've seen it go to like 80 and go to 90 before it kind of retraces back down after that. And vice versa. It's gone down to like 20 before, 15 before it has that reversal. So it could take time. Again, another example of a lagging indicator. So be mindful using RSIs. Don't obviously only use it, use other things as well. Fun fact. And Royalty said false retracement. Yes. I mean, because again, you never know what could happen. Obviously, with earnings, or news and those kind of things, you have no idea what's going to happen. So, very, very true, Royalty. That was all I got for that one. Moving on to question
All
number
right.
16. What is the hypothesis or theory that states asset prices reflect all available information at any given time? Wow, this is a long question I put on here. Oh, no, this is
That's me.
yours, isn't it?
This is me.
Yeah. Yeah, I was say I didn't think I put this one on there. I was like, dude, what is this asking me? Your boy didn't put that one on. That was all Ryan. There's his long answer for the day here. Royalty does. I'll let Ryan explain that one.
Uh, yeah, efficient market hypothesis. So the efficient market hypothesis just assumes that all available data and information is reflected in the market at any given time. Some people say it's true, some people say it's not, but basically, the point is that if some news comes out or something, like for example, let's look at interest rates. Like one could argue that decreased interest rates are priced in at this point. So maybe if we don't have one rate cut in the next FOMC meeting, they might actually affect the market because we already priced in a rate cut or whatever. So
Interesting. So
mhm,
basically, everything's already priced in, essentially.
that is the theory, which, I think we probably all think that, the market's pretty efficient. So it's probably true. This theory connects to Markov chains, right? I don't know. I don't know what Markov chains is.
I think it's Ty's just making stuff up to sound smart right now. Yeah, I mean, everybody always talks about like, you look at like, if you look at interest rate projections and stuff like that, usually they kind of price them in there. That's what the market usually likes to revolve around is pricing in rate cuts. And that's why usually what happens is if we don't get a rate cut, say I think the next FOMC is the 29th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
If we don't get a rate cut, then that's going to have a huge impact because the market's already expecting a rate cut to come October 29th. And if we don't get one, that's a big problem because that shows that this market is going to be a little bit all over the place, even though it already is.
depends on the shutdown. I'd say
Yeah, this is a crazy market we're in right now, dude. Let me tell you. Question 17, which is not true of covered calls? Not true.
not true,
Not
untrue,
true.
untrue.
Untrue. Not true. Untrue. Not true. Which is not true of covered
Yeah.
calls?
Triangle, diamond, circle, or square.
Yeah, shapes. That's what's up.
hmm hmm
Go ahead, Ryan.
Unlimited. Well, you guys just you don't know. This is easy. Well, covered calls. So you could say passive income generation because you just sell a covered call and you get the premium up front. Unlimited upside. Not you do not get unlimited upside with covered calls because you have agreed to sell at a specific strike. So your upside is limited to that strike. Um, it does reduce your cost basis effectively because it's not exactly direct. Well, with taxes, it is direct. So if you sell a covered call at $1 and it gets assigned, that actually rolls into the taxes. But every covered call that you sell that gets assigned or not, you could effectively determine as reducing your cost basis. So every time you're gathering premium on the ticker that you own, you're technically reducing your cost base, which is something to think about. And then of course you have to own the shares, which no one guessed that one. But yeah, it does reduce your cost basis, not technically directly all of the time, but it's a good way to think about it, frame it.
Yeah, do you know what's interesting about Robinhood I watched that happened recently was that when I was doing my Nova Nordisk cash secured put, I had a $69 strike price, not for immature reasons, but that's just the one I picked it at. And with the premium paid into it, it actually showed my average share price was like 68.50. So it actually adjusted it on Robinhood based on the premium I got paid out, actually, which is interesting enough.
If your cash secured put gets assigned, Robinhood and a few other brokers, they net it against it to show what your actual average cost is. Because technically, when you sell for taxes, they net it
Mhm.
then. So you don't realize on a cash secured put that gets assigned, you don't realize the premium gained until you sell the stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you guys take a look at my new Reddit video I posted out this week, there's a guy who was like, I lost so much money on AMD cover calls, and I was like, bro, like you can't predict AMD to go up 30% from a news announcement in a week. Like no one's gonna
No,
call that unless you're an
no,
insider trader. Like
no.
you just get screwed over, and it is what it is.
But I would argue that you shouldn't have been selling covered calls on AMD at that point, anyways, because the IV was low. But I understand why some people do.
Right. There was some people, dude. I don't know if you saw this on like Reddit with Wall Street bets with that. Some dude made like $1 million on 7 grand from AMD calls.
Jeez. No, I didn't. I think Etai
Yeah.
may post a picture on that one, or someone posted a picture like joking around. I think it was Jeff. But I do need
There,
to watch your video. I haven't watched it yet.
there was two people who there's two people on Wall Street bets who turned like a AMD call option into almost $1 million.
Hey man,
It was
I
insane.
you know, I wish I
But then
thought about it. Hindsight being 2020.
yeah, and then everyone's like, oh, like you know what people are gonna do now? People are gonna do the same thing. But the thing is with Wall Street bets that what's gonna happen now is everyone's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get 7 grand and go put into this. Like, like it just fuels the gambling mentality and that like greed of people trading in the market short term. And it was just wild. I couldn't believe it. I was like, dang, dude.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta watch your video, but yeah, the Wall Street bet's not going to be a long term. That mentality is not going to be a long term winning.
Nah. Yeah, the Carvana thing, guys, was crazy. Carvana was $5. They got the restructuring of their financials from bankruptcy, and they're up to like $200 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Carvana's one could argue maybe potentially overpriced currently, but I don't know. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think they
well, who was the other? Yeah, they were at 400. Yeah, they were up really, really high. Like, and people got short squeezed so bad on that one because they were shorting it because it was going bankrupt. They were shorting the crap out of the company, and it was a short squeeze. I'm
duh.
pretty sure, and just pumped it up. There's a uh, there's a new one that did that recently. Was it Wolf that did that? Where they
Wolf,
restructured and they went
yeah, Wolf shot up.
from like $1 to like 23 or something like that.
Yeah, something wild. And to Rock's point, you don't need to win long term when you win long term once right away. Yes, but the problem is that then those people gamble the winnings away. Usually.
Yeah, that's what I've seen a lot usually is that like there's like people who when they hit big, they want to hit big again and they love
Yes.
that adrenaline and that
Right.
fuel for making more money. So
Right.
then he might take that $1 million, put it into more AMD calls or Tesla or Google or
Whatever.
whatever,
Yeah.
and then shorts and the market just crashes and he loses all that money again. Just like it's like what happens to people that win the lottery. People that win the lottery don't have a lot of usually a lot of people that win it usually don't have a lot of financial understanding and financial education behind it. So they just want to keep kind of hitting it big, buying multi-million-dollar properties, can't afford taxes on it, have to sell their house.
Right.
Goes crazy.
Yes. Yes. And also to Etai's point, like once you start losing, people don't just continue sizing small. They usually double down and keep doubling down and they're like,
Yep.
16th down or 16 times down. And then, yeah, that's how you lose it.
Yeah, it's the gambling mentality for a lot of people,
Yep.
and that's
Yep. Don't
and
double
if you're and
down.
if you
Don't double down.
And if you have that addictive personality trait, it makes it even worse because if you have it, like, because there is a thing where people have like an addictive personality where it's like once
Right.
they start doing something, they get hooked on it. They don't want to leave it. They don't want to lose it. And if you get addicted on betting sports or on,
Gambling.
anything,
Yeah.
gambling, right? Like, high risk, zero DTE options, big problem.
Yes. Or Match of the Gathering rooster fights, like Etai said.
Yeah, I guess Etai's the one that runs that, it sounds like.
Oh, it's from South Park. I forgot about that.
Question number 18. Which of these is not true of portfolio margin when compared to T margin?
Let's see. This one is something that I might be the only one in this room that has portfolio margin, but hey, um, oh well.
Yeah, I've actually never heard of portfolio margin until I looked at this.
Well, they don't offer it at Robinhood, so there's that. Um,
Ah,
yes. But the answer should be somewhat no, 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 no. This is a Ryan question. Um,
oh wow.
so no one got it right. So the with portfolio margin basically is like normally I think you have to have like a 50% margin requirement and then a 25% margin maintenance. And portfolio margin uses some formula with risk where you pretty much only need like 15% margin requirement and 15% margin maintenance. So your leverage is like extremely increased. So that's why I show or make the note in my trades that like, hey, my return on capital here might be better than some because I have portfolio margin. So typically when I open a position, and we're ignoring cash secured for Robinhood, but like let's say another broker, someone on T margin would have to withhold like $1,000. I have to withhold like 500. Um, Now, of course, you have to have like a decent sized account in order to qualify. You have to get a credit check, all that stuff. But so you portfolio margin, you have to have like $125,000 balance minimum in most brokers. But it is worth it. It's more technically a little more risky, but it's worth it just for the leverage aspect. But your interest rate is the same.
Interesting. So it's kind of more of just like you're like looking at your portfolio and saying, hey, like you have enough capital, so we don't need you to have as much collateral available for these trades here, even though you do have a big enough portfolio. And they do, like you said, they go through and do like almost like a background check on basically make sure that you're like not irresponsible, it sounds like, with money, I'm guessing.
I think all they had to because my credit reports are frozen, so they had me unlock them or unfreeze them, but they didn't like run a credit check. I think they just wanted to see what my credit score was, I'm guessing. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, they it's like some sort of formula. I don't know the full thing, but basically that, and then also like other positions can net against each other to help reduce your margin. Um, so if your broker offers it and you qualify, it's definitely worth it.
I mean, it kind of sounds like, I mean, I guess now I'm thinking about it because royalties thing says it all. Like, what are you talking about, right? I think the idea behind it is almost kind of like if you want to go like buy a house, for example, right? Like if I want to go buy a house and have a high credit score versus Ryan having a low credit score, then I can get the same monthly mortgage payment, but with a little bit less of a down payment compared to him because he's more risky than I am, kind of, right? Where it's like, hey, like we give you access still, like you can still have this, but you don't need as much requirement of a down payment, for example, because you've proven that you can manage money well, you can make payments, you can do those kind of things there with your credit compared to someone who doesn't make payments, you're higher risk. So you gotta either put more money down to get the same mortgage payment or, you get a higher mortgage payment as a result of it. It kind of
Yes.
sounds like that
Gotcha.
almost, right?
Uh, I think you're right. It's somewhat that. I mean, yeah, I think it's somewhat that. It's definitely looking at your risk. Like, I sure if you have the account balance and your credit score is poor, they're not going to probably give it to you.
Right.
Um, but I got a good credit score, so very fortunate for that.
Nice. Nice. That was like my first thing that came to my mind was that it's kind of almost like Um, it's kind of almost like just like if I qualify for a loan compared to you qualifying for a loan, if we have different if you have different credit scores, I get a better rate than you do. I get a better deal than you do, basically, because I'm more qualified, basically.
That's true. I don't know why
Long story
you're
short.
you're using me as the poor credit score person in your examples, but yeah, you're right.
All right, do you want to drop your credit score right now? I'll tell you what mine is. You tell me what yours is.
Mine's like 790 to 800, somewhere around there.
Mine's 796. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm just letting you know.
oh,
Mine
good
was
job.
mine was like 805 at one point. Mine was 805, and this is what pisses me off, right? Mine was like 805 to like 810, and then I paid off my car, and then it was just like, yeah, you're down like 790 something now. I was like, dude, what? I was like, come on, man. Like they docked my credit score because I'm not using as much utilization anymore for my credit because I paid off my car early.
Yes.
It's so
It
stupid.
all it all depends on which bureau you're used to, you know what I mean? But yeah, that is,
Yeah,
when you have less of a balance, it's going to affect your credit score. It's important to get a good credit score, everyone. Um,
indeed,
we're,
indeed it
we're
is.
around the
Yeah,
same
mine's
credit score. I ballpark 790, just to let you know. Okay, but
oh, okay. All right. All right. Hey, we're not trying to measure. Are we measuring number for number here? I mean, we're having a pissing contest over here to measure
no,
it
no,
out.
no, no. Both very great credit scores is the point.
Yeah, which is why you got to subscribe to both me and Ryan on YouTube if you're watching this far,
There you go. There you
because we
go.
know what we're doing.
Yes.
Question number 19: the yield on which asset is most commonly used as the risk-free rate? KO dividend, U.S. government bonds, S&P 500, corporate bonds.
Through
Ooh,
it.
this is a Ryan question. It sounds like a fridge question, but it's actually not. It's a Ryan question.
It is a Ryan question. Been reading into
It looks like a tie
bond
got it
stuff
wrong.
more, so yep. US
Yeah, Ryan,
government
go ahead, take it
bonds.
away.
Um, so yeah, U.S. government bonds are considered a risk-free rate because technically, hopefully, the government doesn't default on their bonds. Uh, if they do, then we're in for a really bad situation. But that's the reason why it's risk-free. Is the interest rate of bonds is considered risk-free because the government bonds, because the government's very likely to be paying that to you. Um, and then obviously corporate bonds is more risky because that company could fail. They could potentially not. Um,
Right.
yeah,
And going off of your dividend payouts, they can cut dividends at any point. You never know. Like I know Intel was a big dividend payer for many, many years, and it was one of those like blue chip dividend paying companies until last couple of years they cut their dividend. That's why they went down to like $20 a share. So dividends aren't guaranteed to get. People can cut dividends, they can freeze dividends, they could just not raise dividends maybe or something like that. SP 500, same thing, not risk free. It's the market, right? So the market crashes 10, 15%. That's not risk free. You just lost money unrealized potentially. So those are some things else to keep in mind about. But yeah, government bonds is basically like you are being backed by the US government. And if the government fails, like we are going into like Armageddon, I feel like, and we should have a big problem on our hands
yeah.
besides
something's going
besides
on.
besides your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and like you said, corporate bonds, the company can go bankrupt, they could fail, they could go out of business, so it's not backed, it's not a risk-free backing, right? Like, you would have to, the government can just print more money if we need to. That's what they always do. We just print more money for it, and we'll be fine. Corporates can't do that, right? They can just
Yeah.
print more money on their behalf and then be good to go. So,
Yes.
man,
Yes.
some
Yes.
calls are so down, they're risk-free. Of course, that makes sense, royalty. I understand.
Hey,
It makes sense to me.
you know, that's it's all about sizing, right? So, if you
I
went
mean, if you
small,
think
so
about
you're
it,
willing to
if you were down, 100%, like if your option is at $0 right now, like nowhere but up, baby. You can
yeah,
lower.
there you go. There you go.
Oh man, I love that. All right, so where are we at for the questions? Oh, we actually have
Final.
it might. It's I don't know if Ford and Evan will catch up, but we should see here. So last
Yes.
question, 20 out of 20. Which option strategy is shown in this profit graph?
Do, do,
What
do,
in the
do.
God's good Lord is that?
Well, I know.
Well, of course,
Minus
this is a Ryan question.
minus 60%. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, royalty.
Which means you can only lose 40% more royalty. Think about
Yes.
it.
Um, yeah, well, the answer is jade lizard. If we show the picture, the reason it's a jade lizard is that this is all in the same expiration. You're selling a put, and then your call credit spread is covering um, basically your credit received is covering the cost of the width of the credit spread. So that's why this jade lizard like this diagonal spread, not quite diagonal spread would only have two legs usually, and they are both in different expirations. But might be hard to see in this image. So
Yeah, and short triangles are two legs, and short put is one leg. I believe it, Ryan.
for the oh yeah, short strangles two legs, short puts yeah one leg. Yes, sorry, was reading the
That's all right. I
comments.
just want to make sure we covered. That's want to make sure we covered all the options in case someone's watching. It's like, what the heck's a short put fridge? What the heck's a
Yes,
short strangle, Ryan?
sorry.
So,
I was only focusing on the ones that people selected, but you're right. I should speak to all of them.
speak to all the people, all the 5 people watching this on YouTube.
Yes.
All right, so podium for week 7. We are looking at third place, Royalty Trades on the podium. Congratulations, Royalty. Second place, Ford Inevitable. And leading off in number 1,
tie.
I don't know who it actually is. Is it a tie?
It's
The
got
One and Lonely.
it's lonely at the top. No,
Thank you guys. Say again? I
so
believe
it's
so.
lonely at the top.
So we did have a lot of people that weren't playing. We had 10 people at one point. Obviously, people had to leave. So unfortunately, we didn't have as much participation as we usually do here, but that is totally fine. There's this proof right there. Love to see that. Thank you for showing the proof on that one.
Yeah, since we
Itai.
didn't know.
So that is that is it for Financial Trivia Week 7 with myself and Ryan. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for tuning in and watching. Again, if you'd like to get access to all the amazing stuff on the Kingdom Discord, including financial trivia, weekly podcasts, all trade callouts and knowledge and information. Check out the Kingdom on Discord. Ryan does give away a free week, I believe, on his WAP. If
I
I'm not
do.
mistaken, Ryan.
I do. I do. You're correct.
Um, and so the thing that we always say, as always, sign up for the week, get a free weekend, enter into trivia, win the trivia, you get a free month, and you keep winning trivia every single month, then you get lifetime access essentially for free. So if you are watching it, obviously make sure to do that. Ryan, anything else to say to the people on YouTube before we finish up?
No, hey, if you watched this, thanks for watching.
Absolutely.
And
And
thanks for
again, we
those
do
who
this
played.
every single week. What did you say?
And thank you to those who played. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was a brutal week. You saw that 34% correct. That's a brutal week for us, I think, as a community here. So we can take a look at the session summaries here if you want. Let me see. Do we have? Maybe not. Every question was answered correctly. Okay. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. So we'll find out ways to share data more. Yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching as always. And make sure to check us both out on YouTube. Check us out on check out the Kingdom Discord as well. And we'll see you guys in the next video next week.